Hello everyone, I'm Krasi, and this is my week day by day astrology, where I will be telling you how the sky will influence each of the 7 weekdays. I'll make a brief overview and then we'll be looking from Monday to Sunday, starting from 15th to 22nd of June. So let's see what is happening right now on the sky from sidereal point of view. You know, sidereal would mean starry, would mean astronomical, would mean literally what is the situation on the sky. So what we see now is the situation is that we know Jupiter and Saturn and Venus are retrograde, and they are both in the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter is in the very first degree of Capricorn, and this week will make conjunction with Pluto, exact conjunction. The exact conjunction is taking place on 21st of June during the eclipse. The eclipse is also going to take place this week. I have separate video on the 2 eclipses. You can see them in detail when I am explaining what could be expected as a result of these 2 eclipses, which are not easy. Eclipses are never easy, but we have them every year, so we shouldn't be afraid. But eclipses we have every year, just that this year there are many. A year with 6 eclipses is considered to be difficult. And with all these complex conjunctions and aspects taking place on the sky. So what we have is this week the exact conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto, and Mars is moving into Pisces. So what we're seeing now is exactly like I expected, and I mentioned in my previous videos that the riots will become more intense, and that is happening for sure. But now we are entering a phase towards the end of the week of another wave of manipulation, which will have another phase because Jupiter and Pluto are meeting again. So this is huge when it comes to power, elite power, power of those that are attempting to manipulate. But attempt means they can manipulate us if we allow this to happen. So it basically you cannot be lied to if you do not allow to be lied to, right? So, but there will be again huge game powers. Another truth will be reviewed. Other plans of manipulation may take place because Jupiter and Pluto are meeting. This is a huge conjunction of power. And when this happened, when they met last time, when was this? A couple of months ago, this resulted in a huge another level of the manipulation that we know, the manipulation with the disease and all this. So this will take another phase because also Mars in Pisces is different. If Mars was in a way supporting very much the riots, then this is coming to another level. It may become very unpredictable, secretly involving another secret influences in the riots. We have now another phase. I'm not sure exactly how this will look, but this will not be the typical way of people coming on the streets, because you can imagine Mars in Aquarius, how fiery he can be, literally fiery, and then you take the fiery Mars and you put him into water in the very spiritual, philosophical, lofty signs such as Pisces, where Mars is totally strange too. So you can imagine what will happen Mars in Pisces. They can come with a manipulation like another vaccine stuff. They can say that it was invented. You can hear all this. The interesting thing in the meantime is that the sun entered and will be the whole month in the sign of sidereal Gemini. And this is nice because information will come out. People will have because Mars is the sun, excuse me, because this is the sun in the sign of Gemini is very powerful, because this is the sign where we are having the summer solstice point. And there the sun will also meet Rahu. so people may have their ambition necessarily to share their view, to share their understanding of truth. So a lot of truthful information will come, but it will be in conflict with the huge manipulation that is happening behind the scenes, because we have Jupiter-Pluto conjunction and Saturn retrograde, who is influencing all this, and another eclipse. Now, don't worry, because we're always having the savior. In this time, this is Venus, because Venus, like you know, and I'm so happy that many of you were inspired to welcome Venus in the morning. This is beautiful. Yes, Venus is a morning star now, visible on the eastern horizon. And I will repeat, you can see Venus when before the sun rises. So it should be still a little bit dark, and then you'll be able to see Venus. I can't see from my place, because you see how you can see it's early morning and you see there is no sun. It's very cloudy. But still, anyway, in Europe, Venus became visible a bit today, actually. 15, 16, Venus has become visible. For us, it's a bit late, but for the States, for Australia, it's already visible. She's already visible. So she is aspecting Mars. She's aspecting the Saturn. So she's giving the helping hand. And this is what is the helping hand? True love. Venus is love, the laws of love. We need to understand the divine laws of love. And this is what Venus is saying. This is the savior, and this is the saving sign. We need to understand the divine laws of love and not allow, we should not buy information which is not truthful, attempts to be, for us to be manipulated as well. So we need to keep searching for the truth. And this is also the fact, more and more truth will come out, and people who cannot be stopped for reviewing their points of view, for reviewing their truthful information. So in this sense, this wave, another wave of awakening of humanity is here, and this is something wonderful. Yes, the eclipse will not be very, it's complex. These two eclipses are complex, but which eclipses aren't? They always are. In ancient Mesopotamia, they were considered as the most dramatic events. They would always search how the eclipses would affect the king. Yes, they will affect the world, but like I told you, every year we have eclipses, so don't worry so much. But we should apply the laws of love. Venus is telling this when she's becoming visible in Taurus, so strong until end of July. 26th of June, she's turning direct, but end of July, she's entering the sign of Gemini, sidereal Gemini. So this is, with 2-3 words, what I expect to be happening this week. The game which is changing. The game, what we see, we have another color, another face with Mars entering Pisces. It's not very beneficial, but still the riots and everything will look differently now. They may, Mars, when you look at Mars, who's ruling Scorpio, of course, he's in his own triplicity in Pisces. But in Pisces, this can be related also to water, watering, like heavy rains, like we already have actually. It can be related to, and this is what also the eclipses, the omen of the eclipses are saying, waters and overflowings, in addition to everything. Also fluctuations in the climate, which we see, but this will be even more emphasized now with Mars in Pisces. And this will be so for 1 month. And then when he enters Aries, the game will change again. So follow the path of Mars, because he was the one who, along with the other important celestial events, he was the one who is a huge ruler of the whole situation. So let's see what is happening on Monday, which is 15th of June, and it is the 22nd lunar day of the waning moon. So the moon is in a position very appropriate actually for healing, meditation, for planting seeds and everything, just for gardening. Wonderful, very fruitful, very, very fruitful position. And also today you can already, for some parts of Europe, see the first heliacal rise of the retrograde Morningstar Venus. She's retrograde but very powerful because she's very near Earth, and she's very, very influential as a morning star, as Athena Pallas. The day is ruled by the moon, Monday. So yeah, meditation, spiritual work, enhancing your intuition, work of empathy, helping others. You can travel during this day. I don't see any danger because of the nature of the and the rulership of the day. What else? Medical interventions you may do if they're not invasive. But medical interventions, beauty procedures super appropriate. And yeah, Monday, moonstones you can wear, food of the moon, all white color foods, or like rice, like some beans which are white. And also you can wear white, off-white, blue colors that would fit beautifully and enhance the power of the moon in your natal chart. And now Tuesday, 16th of June, 23rd lunar day of the waning moon. The moon is void of course, no course moon. She's like not making any aspects, and she's like not moving, and she's not supporting the action. Void of course moon would say, do as much as possible in your on your own, contemplate, meditate, avoid risky business, avoid new initiatives, avoid anything. Also for yesterday, new initiatives are not appropriate. The moon is still in Pisces, so it's wonderful for spiritual work. The day is ruled by Mars. Agriculture you can do to take care of your garden, of course, planting, seeding you can do. So travel, yes, but just be a bit careful. This moon is not dangerous, but it's not supporting very much the action. When Mars is ruling the day, the colors are red coral, garnet are the stones, chilies, red food, all this belongs to Mars. If you like to enhance Mars, but what is meaning to enhance Mars? When you're enhancing Mars, what is Mars? Self-assertiveness, ambition, aggression, sexuality, all this is Mars. So if you enhance the power of Mars, you're enhancing all this. And then 17th of June, Wednesday, 24th lunar day of the waning moon. The moon is in the jaws of the celestial Aries, of the celestial ram, with Uranus. And this is very, the day is Wednesday and it's ruled by Mercury, so it's very much about knowledge. Mercury is conjunct Sirius, spiritual and beautiful star, which makes people visible in what they do, but Mercury is invisible. So, but still, the day is ruled by Mercury in a spiritual star, in a sign of knowledge. And Moon herself is in a sign which is about, in a place with Uranus, which is about speech and innovation. So we may hear truth, we may hear attempts also, because it's the jaws of Aries, so it's not everything that we hear is very harmonious. So we may hear things that we don't like, we may hear attempts to be manipulated again and things like that during this day, because Saturn is afflicting. It's good to be careful when traveling, not very appropriate to take new initiatives, and we should be careful when doing medical interventions. If not invasive, you still can do, but still Saturn is squaring Uranus, so it's not a very harmonious day. Wednesday, wear green, yellow. Gemstones would be a green aventurine, emerald, peridot, many which would have green shades. And let's see, Thursday, 18th of June, 25th lunar day. And then this day, it's ruled by Jupiter, brilliant. Jupiter is still retrograde and approaching conjunction with Pluto, influenced already by Pluto. And what is when the day is ruled by Jupiter? The gemstones, yellow sapphire. He has actually healing power, citrine, yellow aventurine, many, what else? Chrysoberyl, yellow, Not every yellow stone actually is ruled by Jupiter. I'm just telling you the ones that that are yellow garnet, spessartite or spessartine garnet, many. And then you have they're ruled by Jupiter colors, yellow, orange, off-white, very, very nice, very appropriate. Jupiter is the planet of truth. In some texts, blue is also associated with truth, with Jupiter. You can even take blue. Blue sapphire is given to Saturn, but I believe even can be used for Jupiter because Jupiter is also ruling the truth. So Day of Truth, that will be reviewed to us. And it will go a lot in this direction because Mercury is stationary for a couple of hours today, 18th of June, is stationary in Sirius. It is emphasis, he's stationary, he's on the same position. Sirius, showing and pointing towards Sirius. It's like make a choice. Choose your spirituality or not. Choose to fall into the frames of the matrix or choose for spirituality. Or choose for real information or be a truth seeker. Things like that Mercury is telling us, and also this particular interesting day. The moon is in the backsides of Aries, not very beneficial. You can already make medical interventions on this day. The day is not super fruitful for agriculture. Will not be really, yet temps may not be so blessed. You may travel during this day. Yeah, it's day by Jupiter, ruled by Jupiter. Let's see, 19th of June, Friday, day of Venus. Venus is still powerful, visible as a morning star, still in her phase. The moon is approaching Venus, and the moon is approaching the constellation of Perseus, brave placement, like place of courage. This is Perseus after all. And the day is ruled by Venus, and the moon is in the place of Venus, and Venus is the day boss, the day lord. So we can do beauty procedures, we can do beauty creams and things like that. We can do medical interventions. We can travel. The colors of Venus are all beautiful, pink, everything that you associate with flowers, beauty, fruits, sweet fruits. Such are the scents of Venus. Diamonds, pink diamonds in particular, because the white diamond would have also another rulership. Pink quartz, colorful tourmalines, and colorful, some also sweet colors of the garnets belong to Venus, of jades as well. So yes, it's a beautiful day, not for new beginnings, but for completing old things, for completion. And let's see what is happening on 20th of June, Saturday. Invisible moon with Venus, invisible moon, and then this is 20th, and then 21st eclipse, and then 22nd another invisible moon. 3 days invisibility we're having. During 3 days, I will tell you, I'll tell as a summary for all 3. Do your spiritual work. The invisibility of the moon on starting from this was. Yeah, this was already 20th of June, is the invisibility, first invisibility of the moon for the 3 days. So this invisibility of the moon is not beneficial, and it is appropriate really to do more like work for yourself, contemplating, meditating. Really, these 3 days are not appropriate for doing in medical interventions. Try not to travel, try not to make new initiatives, new beginnings, really not, because this is Saturday, and on Sunday we have the eclipse, which is taking place in Gemini. It is taking place in Gemini, and it's interesting because Mercury is participating in this eclipse, and it will influence humanity, it will influence the information flow. It's happening in Gemini, and it's important because Gemini is a sign where we have the summer solstice. So make benefit from the spiritual aspect, from the aspect which will lead to spiritual growth of your soul. this is what we can do about this eclipse. But to make new initiatives, to make medical interventions, to travel, to just, it's not really very, very appropriate, but we can pray and we can do a lot for our spiritual growth. And maybe let's hope you remember Santos Bonacci, the Mr. Astrotheology, said on my channel last time when I was concerned that the eclipse is like portals which allow dark forces to enter. He said, yes, but now when we are approaching, and tropically we are in the era of Aquarius, not the same entities, not the same divinities are entering Earth. Now angelic divinities are entering. So let's hope this is so. If you experience this in such positive way, write, comment. I would be happy if you say that actually you didn't experience dark forces with your intuition, but the other way around. You felt that actually positive and divine and angelic divinities are coming. I would be so happy to read your comment. So this was it. If you want to study astrology with us, see the links. If you want consultation with me, see the links. So see you next time. See you soon.